Morning. It is Sunday and it is about 10 o'clock in the morning. I am headed to the hospital to see if we can bail him out. I know, like, I have filmed, I like, honest to God, guys, I have filmed multiple clips, different things over the last few days, but one, I haven't had the time or the energy to even think about putting a vlog together and editing it. I thought about it briefly for last night, but then I was just like, no, I'm just not feeling it. I did film a few clips the other night, and there was a couple clips that I filmed that for some reason the audio on them's all messed up. Like, this looks like it's gonna shake. Oh well, we'll see how this one turns out. If not, I'll film another clip. But I want to first say thank you to Tiffany from Taz Halls and Things for the package you sent. I did film myself opening it, but I did it as I got home from the hospital late Friday night, and you can't understand a thing I'm saying. So I deleted it because it just was crap. But yeah, that was super great. She sent me a whole box of yarn, and like, it was like Christmas. So thank you so much, Tiffany. That was meant so much to me, and it was such a good heart smile to get when I had been in the emergency room for like 9 hours that day. Here's the story, because I don't think we've actually put it on Facebook yet. I mean, not Facebook, on YouTube. I've put it on Facebook, I haven't put it on YouTube. But long story short is, because of all the swelling that's been going on in his body, they issued a stat CAT scan, and that happened to fall on Friday. So about 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, he went in, had a CAT scan, we left, we got halfway home, and the doctor called us and told us to turn around and go back to the emergency room because he had fluid on his left lung that needed to be drained, like ASAP. So that's what we did. We turned around, went to the emergency room, and I don't know if all you guys know anything about emergency rooms, but unless it's an emergency, you're gonna wait. It's terrible. It's like the worst thing in the world to do, because you wait. Like, you wait and you wait and you wait. We waited 4 hours before we even got seen. And then by the time we got seen, it was like 8 o'clock at night. So of course there was nobody there that could do anything. Like, they couldn't drain it. I mean, the whole point was to send us there so that they could drain it, but they couldn't drain it because there was nobody there to drain it. So they kept him overnight till yesterday. And then he was in some pain, but you know, the transition between him, you know, home and emergency room and hospital kind of messed up his med schedule. So I kind of think that's why he ended up with like a 10. Here we go, traffic. Don't block intersections. Our light's gonna turn green and we're not gonna be able to go because chuckleheads are blocking the intersection. But we're good. It's not quite that bad yet. Give it another couple weeks and it'll be terrible. So anyway, so they doped him up pretty good yesterday, and then the doctor came in and said, oh, by the way, there's nobody that's going to be able to do this till like Monday or Tuesday. Well, had we known that, we wouldn't have gone to the hospital, because the whole point for us to go to the emergency room was because they didn't want him to wait till Monday or Tuesday to get this done. Because we could have very easily waited. Like, he wasn't in distress of any kind. I mean, he was uncomfortable because of the swelling, and he couldn't take like real deep breaths, but he could breathe okay. So it was like, you know, if we're gonna, but at the same time, it was kind of nice that he was in the hospital because they could monitor him in case it got worse or something happened. But then like 2 hours later, like, a doctor walked in and said, well, we're gonna do it right now. So they literally set him up on his bedside and stuck a needle in his back and drained about 2 liters. So think about a 2-liter bottle of soda. They drained about that much fluid out of him and said there's at least, sorry, I'm trying to get that not to shake so much, but it's my cell phone holder. It's crappy. But they said there's at least that much more, if not more, in there. So they're gonna watch him. Oh Lord, sorry, I'm just looking at traffic going south. So when we come home, we're gonna be stuck in southbound traffic for like an hour. This is why locals don't go anywhere this time of year. Like, I wish I could turn you guys around so you can see it. I don't know if you can see it through the window. Like, I'm going north, so right now northbound's fine, but southbound is backed up. Backed up. And I have to come southbound to get home. There's no other way. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. So they drained that fluid. Well, that caused him like a lot of pain, so they ended up doping him up some more. Spent the night last night, and now I'm going back today to see what is going on. Is he going home? What's he doing? Blah blah blah. I didn't stay at the hospital because, for one, I'm no good to him if I don't take care of myself. And as I know he really wanted me to stay, and I really wanted to stay. I hate leaving him, but absolutely hate it. Like, it's the worst thing in the world. But at the same time, I know that if I don't get some kind of decent sleep myself, I'm going to be no good. I'm going to be agitated. I'm going to be frustrated. I'm not going to have the energy, and I'm not going to be in the right mindset to do it. So that's what I did. On top of going home and doing like 10 loads of laundry, dishes, cleaning up the house type of thing. Because I didn't want to have to come and get him and take him home and go home to a mess. So I did clean up the house. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So I am headed. Oh, I'm not ready for summer, guys. Not ready for summer. I need to get my bicycle out. I need to get my bicycle tuned. And I need to figure out what's going on. But, I mean, not that it helps, because if I still have to run him to appointments and stuff. But if I got to go to work, I can ride my bicycle. It's easier. I take the sidewalks in the back street and the back alleys to get to work. And it takes me literally half the time to get to work than it does if I'm in a car this time of year. 'Tis the season. Alright, so I'm going to leave that here. You know, so I'm sorry and I apologize for not getting vlogs, because I have some footage from Thursday that I might do something with and put up as a last minute thing, because there is some clips I have with the girls, but I don't know. I'm probably just going to say the heck with it and just move forward from here. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really super hard to manage everything. And the whole thing is right now I'm only working weekends, and this weekend I had to call off because how was I going to work? He's in the hospital. You know what I mean? Yeah, I went home to sleep, but I still have to go back because he has no concept of his meds or any of that. So I have to be the one that is like, wait, like they almost gave him the wrong meds on Friday. I mean, it wouldn't hurt him, but still it was the wrong med. It was not going to do him any good because it wasn't what he was taking. So, and they have his med list. So it was, you know what I mean? So like, I kind of got to be there. I can't. So it sucks because here I go again, missing more work. And I'm only working weekends right now. I mean, I'm going to have to eventually start working more hours because we're not going to be able to afford anything. Right now, we're living off of what we have in savings. And God bless everybody. God bless you all who have donated to our GoFundMe. All that money goes to the bank account, and that's paying our bills. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I'm not making any money, even working on the weekends. I got an $18 check last week. $18, because once they pull out all, you know, the insurances and fees and stuff, there's nothing left. And that's only working 1 or 2 days. So like, I'm not bringing home a paycheck. So right now we're riding on just his disability, and that's not going to keep getting us very far. So right now we're on what's in the bank account. So eventually there's not going to be anything in the bank account. So, you know, like I said, God bless you. Thank you to everybody who's donated on the GoFundMe. You know, that money goes to paying bills and to keeping us going, and groceries and all of that fun stuff. You know, it just does. Oh my gosh. Now I'm stuck in traffic. Oh, I should have gotten up early and gone. Well, it isn't going to change it. It just isn't. It's Memorial Day weekend at the beach. What am I going to do? I just don't like it. I had to move to the beach, guys. I just had to move to the beach. The thing is, I haven't even been to the beach. Well, we went I guess a week or two ago. Alright, well, I'm going to leave this here because it's just going to get really long-winded, and I've probably got at least another 25-minute drive to the hospital that's only 5 minutes away. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Hi. So, I promise I'll put a vlog up today. You'll get the clip I did yesterday in the car. And I have some, oh wait, let me turn it off. Ooh, before I get flagged. And I have some Memorial Day stuff that I want to throw in here too with the flags. And some other crap, but we're home. We did get home last night about, I guess, 6 o'clock in the evening. Had to get him settled. Because of him being in the hospital, it totally screwed up his meds, so I had to basically work on managing his pain again. There were just a few things they didn't have right, I'm gonna say. I mean, it wasn't their fault. It just happens when you go in the hospital, your meds just don't get quite right until you get back out again. Man, my hair looks terrible. I need to really do something with this. But anyway, so, but, you know, had a bit of a panic attack this morning when, oh my God, these 3 little girls walking up the street. They're so freaking cute. Blonde hair, they're so cute. Anyway, sorry. So, long story short is I had taken a prescription to the pharmacy over a week ago. A week ago, guys. Like, I dropped this prescription off for his pain medicine. We still have plenty of pain medicine, but I wanted to get it in so they could get the ball rolling. Because of insurances and everything, they like to bump stuff back, and they like to put stipulations, and they like to deny stuff and do all that fun crap, especially when it comes to narcotics, because people abuse them. Long story short, that's why. So anyway, we had gotten an automated message saying the prescriptions were ready, and so I assumed it was ready, and we never got any phone calls otherwise. So, and usually they call if there's an issue. So I assumed it was ready. So I had him call the pharmacy. I'm like, call the pharmacy and make sure they're open. Because if they're not, I don't know what we're going to do, because I only had a couple pills left. It was not enough to get through today. Like, not enough. And I was like, okay, because I wanted to get it yesterday, but we didn't get out of the hospital until too late. The pharmacy was closed. Long story short, it wasn't done. There was an issue with the insurance company. There was an issue with all kinds of stuff. There was notes on it. And this poor lady that, oh man, lights are really short now. This poor lady basically was saying, no, you know, whatever, I don't know what's going on, but we can't fill it. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't fill it? Like, first of all, if there was an issue, why didn't I get a phone call? Because I had taken care of it a week ago. Like, I would have made sure it was done. I said, and why did I get a phone call saying it was ready if it's not? So, like, I was panicking, and I'll be honest, I got a little loud with the lady. It wasn't her fault, and I did tell her that. I was like, look, I'm not angry or upset at you. I said, I'm angry and upset at the situation because now it's Memorial Day, and he has no pain medicine, and he's stage 4 cancer. Like, he's got to have his pain medicine. But the woman got it fixed. It didn't take that long, so God bless her, because not only did she have to deal with my panic attack, she had to deal with the insurance company and everything to get this med filled. So, you know, kudos to the lady at the pharmacy today, because I don't know what we would have done. Like, I had gotten on the phone with a doctor, and a doctor would have just sent over another prescription for something a little less potent, but it wouldn't have done him any good. So, so far today, I mean, it's almost 11 o'clock so far today. We've gotten him up. He's actually doing really good this morning. I mean, as good as can be expected in his condition, but he's doing pretty good this morning. He did have pain meds because I had a couple left. I just was refraining from giving them to him for a little bit to see if, till we got the insurance flies. So now I'm headed over there, over to Giant, to get the prescription. And then we're just going to relax this day. I took that yarn that I got from Tiffany, And I'm basically been crocheting a teddy bear the last couple of days. A teddy bear that I thought was going to be this big is like this big. But I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I just got to do its legs, and then I got to sew the whole thing together, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out, because it was actually pretty simple to do. I'm pretty sure the sewing together part's going to be the hard part. See, now they've got this freaking intersection blocked. You can't block an intersection. I'm going across the street, and I'm going to take the shortcut. So, one of the good things about living in this area, you know, traffic during this time of the year sucks, but everything's within like a 2-mile radius. So I'm literally might as well go, because I'm waiting for them. So go. Sorry, I'm like talking to people that can't hear me. The lady's like waving me on, and there's people crossing the street. I can't cross the street if there's people there. I just took my blood pressure medicine, so hopefully that'll go down a little bit soon. And my Elevate, I just took that too. So my Elevate's my coffee, and that's what's keeping me calm. So I just finished drinking my coffee and took my Xanth Max, and hopefully within the next hour I will be Gusraba. But anyway, there's shortcuts everywhere. So if I cut across the street from where we live, just go straight, which is easier than getting into traffic on one, and I can cut around behind the outlets and go up through that way. I can get to Kmart, I can get to that, I can get to Chick-fil-A, I can get to Giant, I can get to Royal Farms, I can get to just about anything I need to without having to be in traffic. So that's kind of nice. As far as like getting to work, I need to get my bicycle out because I have no choice but to go on one, and at a standstill it would take me 15-20 minutes to get to work when normally it takes me 5. So I would, if I take my bike, it's 7. So just take my bike. But I gotta get it out and make sure it's all pumped up and lubed up and whatever else it needs to be. It needs a tune up. We usually take it into a shop, and Mike and that bicycle shop in town, we usually drop our bikes off every year because we have specialized bikes, and we get them tune-ups because those bikes weren't cheap. We actually put some money into those years and years ago when we got them, because we wanted to get bicycles that would last us a very, very long time. So we usually get them tuned up every year to keep them in good working order, and we keep them in the shed so they don't get rust damage or anything like that. And like Lacey right now just has the cheap $100 Walmart brand bikes, which, oh, and that's open. Everything's open. I love that, guys. That's like my favorite store ever. I can walk in there for hours and hours, not necessarily buy anything, but just look at all the fun stuff. It's behind me now. Oh, you can't see nothing through all that crap. I've been meaning to, there's bags of just clothes and stuff in here. I've been meaning to drop off at the thrift stores. I just haven't gotten that far. So, yeah. I am going to Giant to pick up his script. He's at home in his boot trying to see if that helps his leg any, because it's bad, guys. It's pretty bad. Like, the poor guy is so swollen. Like, I feel so bad for him. It's just, there's nowhere for the fluid to go. Within the next week, we got to set up his outpatient appointment to have his catheter put in. Like, he's getting like a chest catheter put in, which basically it's like a tap. We can like open it and drain the fluid out and then close it. We will have home health aides coming in to help us with that, but it'll be very beneficial to him if we can keep the fluid, keep some of the, and we're never going to keep it all off until we get his lymphatic system cleared up, but we can at least keep some of it off. Now I got to go in here and apologize to this woman for having a panic attack. Now, mind you, when I was on the phone with her, I did tell her, I'm not angry at you. It's not you. It's the situation. Like, I don't understand why I didn't get a phone call. But it is what it is. And if you have to ever see somebody in pain the way I've had to see him, you would understand why I had a panic attack. But see, there we go. We've had a 9-minute conversation and I got from home to Giant. See you guys later. Say hi, Simon. Chad. Chad.
Hi everyone, we're vlogging.
We're vlogging here. The neighbors are over there.
Wave.
But you can't see. Wave.
Just wave, you're in the vlog. We don't know when the vlog's going up, but we're going to try for this week.
No, I'm going to put something up tonight. I have to. It's only been like 5 days.
Alright, we're good.
Wait.
I like your teddy bear or whatever.
Did you see my teddy bear?
Yeah.
Isn't he cute?
You should.
There's a little princess over here waving.
Princess Paul.
That's my royal way.
Princess Paul.
Princess Penelope Paul.
You should name it Blue. Everything's named Blue.
Blueberry. That's what everybody keeps saying.
Yep.
Everybody says I should name my bear Blueberry. Oh, and if you haven't seen the bear, because you probably haven't if you're watching this, because you don't follow me on Facebook, which you should. But this is the bear. I made him, and you can see, how big he is compared to my hand. This past weekend while he was in the hospital. That's what I made. I made a blue. I used the yarn that Tiffany from Ta's House and Things gave me, and I crocheted him. He's a little wonky and he's not quite perfect and he's got lots of mistakes, and there's lots of things I would do different, but it's the very first teddy bear that I've ever made, so it can only go up from here, right? I think he's cool. I like him. Anyway, it's Memorial Day. We've had a picnic. We went to the pool briefly. I didn't get in though. I just wasn't feeling it. It's not really big. What? Is it bulk?
I know both recyclables and trash.
Yeah, but it's the last pickup of the month.
Yeah, throw it out there, they'll take it.
Oh man, I'm not doing that. I refuse.
Maybe I should take all.
I was gonna put Lacey's bed frame out. Oh well.
Embrace the good moment.
Let's go look at the flowers, guys. Simon. Luna's on the step. Little Mr. Luna spent the night outside last night, didn't you? He was not a happy camper because it stormed. I don't know how he got out, but he did. Look at the marigolds. They look good, don't they? There was some monarchs on them earlier. That's my squash. He's doing good. Cucumbers. More squash. And tomatoes, which are really, I probably should thin these out a bit. Smells so good. Look, there's my shadow. Let's see what else we got. Marigolds, of course. The front's looking really good, which I'm happy about. My sunflowers are looking good. And then this thing came up. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a little, I don't know what it is, but it is in full blue and it is gorgeous. Catmint's in full blue. That is, I think it's a hibiscus. I think it's the hibiscus. And that's a hibiscus. And then that's, that I think has the big puffball things on it. So I don't know. But yeah. Garden's looking good. Look, I'm in the ball. If you can see me in the ball, you can kind of see my bathing suit. Oh my God, what's the neighbor? Yeah.
I get these humblings because it has appeal. I'm here all week. I'm here all week.
Well, I mean, never mind.
Yeah, let's keep it PG. We're on YouTube, guys.
I told Jerry over here a while ago, they were talking about tattoos. I said, I got 2 tattoos. I get a W on each butt cheek. He said, why? I said, because when I bend over, it says, wow. Unless I'm standing on my head, then it says, Mom, and you're recording all this, ain't you?
I am.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'll decide whether I edit it out or not.
I know
At least-
it's not right, but I don't want the world to know
Then
it.
it goes, not vulgar.
I mean,
It's not vulgar.
At least you didn't misspell it and it's an M-O-O. You ever get those moments where it's just, no.
He's feeling pretty decent today.
Ew.
You. Compared to the way you were all weekend.
Compared to what they took out of my body, I'm feeling pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, when you compare feeling good, you compare it to what you were 2 days ago.
Yeah,
You can breathe.
I can breathe. For those of you who don't know, they drained a 2-liter.
Just so you guys have some kind of a concept of what we're dealing with here, put your 2 arms together if you can. See how swollen? And that's just his arm. His whole abdomen is completely swollen and filled with fluid, as well as his legs are completely filled with fluid. So that's our dilemma of the week. If we could get rid of that fluid,
And
get rid of that swelling,
This fluid's different from the upper fluid, so.
you know, if we could get rid of some of that, he'd probably be in pretty decent shape. I mean, he's literally got stuff, like you can see, he's actually got fluid coming
Yeah, I
out
can
of
sit here like this and you can watch it ooze.
the fluid coming out of his skin. If this grosses you out, you can skip ahead or just not watch the vlog. Sorry.
It's medical.
But I just so people can kind of see what the poor guy's dealing with. They took almost, I guess, about a 2-liter bottle of soda out of him.
About 2 liters, and there's another 2 liters in
There's
there.
at least, but actually they said there's probably more. There's still a lot more in there. So they're gonna put a catheter in his side, and basically we'll be able to drain him. I mean, for lack of better terms.
I mean, try to stabilize this so that way we can focus on getting better.
Right. So I mean, it's managing the symptoms until the cancer drugs take hold and make him better. And we have faith that that will happen. Nothing that I still hold true to the fact that there's nothing major. I mean, now this is pretty big because it can affect his breathing because it pushes his lungs up against his rib cage. But they're working on maintaining that, and not fixing it, but maintaining it.
And if anyone's ever had the privilege of having their lungs punctured,
They didn't take it out of your lung. They didn't puncture your lung.
They went behind my lung,
Right.
to a reservoir behind my lung.
Right. It was behind the lung. It wasn't into his lung. So they didn't puncture his lung. But they did stick a needle in his back and drain a 2-liter bag of fluid. And actually, you know what? Just should I put the picture in?
Yeah.
I'm going to put the picture in, and I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to count to 3, and then I'm going to put it in. So if you don't want to see what a bag of fluid looks like that they pull out of a person, that skip ahead or don't watch or close your eyes for 20 seconds. It's not like gross. It's really just like a yellowish liquid.
And they're guessing about 3 months worth of accumulation.
Yeah, like this has been going on. But anyway, I'm going to insert this picture now. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back. So that was the picture of the fluid that they pulled out of his lung, or pulled out from behind his lungs. And like I said, that's my hand in the picture, by the way, guys. That is my hand. So many people have thought it was his hand, and they're like, oh, well, his hand's still swollen. Nope, my hand, guys. Yes, I have fat hands, but it was mine. I was putting my hand in the picture so that people could kind of compare the size. Because sometimes you look at bags and pictures, you're not really sure how big that bag is. It could be a small bag, it could be a giant bag. So I put my hand in to kind of give it some reference. And blah, 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 because the dogs are barking because there's people walking down the street. Which we'll have this because it's summertime.
But I can breathe.
he can breathe better,
That
and
makes a huge difference.
yeah, I mean, he went to the pool with me and sat in a chair and, you know, got up and moved around. I mean, I've been keeping him on track with his meds. I mean, he has been taking his meds, his pain pills quite religiously, but, you know, he needs to right now. He'll probably go off through the night without any, because he usually does, but yeah, so, I'm trying to think, because I filmed, I'll just put it in, heck with it. Because it's,
Maybe a fly swatter.
oh well, yeah. So that's all I got for you. I know it's not a super exciting vlog, but it's kind of a compilation of my car vlog from yesterday, my car vlog from today, and this clip. And I'm going to end it with the true meaning of today, and that is remembering those that have given their all for us and for our freedom. So when you're out partying and you're, you know, you're having cookouts and you're getting together with your family and friends, do remember that this day is given to those that have given for us, and celebrate them too, and be safe, or I hope you've been safe, because it's probably over by the time you see this. But yeah, so happy Memorial Day, and hopefully we'll have lots of fun things we can show for summer. Bye.